everyone, and thank you for joining us here today on the first episode of High Heels and Butcher Knives. I'm your host, Carrie, and we're going to be reviewing actually the classic 1978 Halloween written by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill. So sit back, relax, grab a drink with me, and let's have some fun together. So the film opens up in an interesting way. It's a first-person perspective of someone stalking the house and looking in the windows and being a creep. Wink, wink. Two young adults in the house just looking for some good old Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean. Well, not Netflix, but what the hell did they do in 1978? I mean, I guess some VCR and chill?
Look, Judy, it's really late. I gotta go.
Will you call me tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So wait, what the hell was that? I mean, that was the quickest sex scene in the history of sex. I wonder if Mr. One Pump Chump realizes how lucky he was to get the on out of there before the legend of Michael Myers was born. We now see the stalker is in the house and, grabs a butcher knife. Oh, and picks up an adorable clown mask as well. Judith, who I have to say has amazing breasts in a time when I am not even sure if they had breast implants yet.
Michael!
Oh well, what a waste. The killer stabs her and her amazing breasts to death while oddly taking time to admire his own work. Seriously, look at his field of vision when he is stabbing his own sister. I mean, have your arms raised up, like so. Now, stab, and look, while you're stabbing. That's weird. Weird, Mikey. Weird. The killer walks outside, a car pulls up, and here is the big twist. Well, it's not a big, strong, brooding killer, but a little boy. Bad, Mikey. No, we do not murder our sisters on Halloween Day. No. Okay, so we fast forward in the story 15 years and meet Michael's doctor and psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, played by the late and great Donald Pleasance. Dr. Loomis makes it very clear that Michael has been a very, very naughty boy and hasn't even uttered a word since the murder. He even refers to Michael as an it and talks about making sure that Michael never gets out of the high-security mental facility Smith Grove Sanitarium.
Since when did they let them wander around?
Oh, high-security my ass. What the is this? I mean, things are bad and it's gonna get even worse. While Dr. Loomis is outside trying to see what the hell happened, Michael attacks the nurse and then tapes a wrench to his hand and smashes the car window? Where did he get that wrench from? Were we even supposed to see that wrench? I mean, probably not, but then again, this is 4K technology's fault. Back in 1978, when we had our 10-inch TV screens with the bunny ears, we never would have noticed that stuff. Anyway, not only is Michael a murderer, but he's a no-good, dirty car thief.
He's gone from here.
Oh, Haddonfield.
Now you're all in big trouble.
Dr. Loomis knows damn well Michael is headed home and does what he can to try and get the word out. Most of this falls on deaf ears, of course, and he takes it upon himself to try and go look for Michael. Now, this is rather interesting if you think about it. What are the chances a random tow truck just happened to stop by where Michael was on the side of the road by a payphone? Now, before you kill me, hear me out. Is it possible Michael called for that tow truck and then murdered the driver for his uniform? It is a little creepy to think Michael can talk and just doesn't. But who knows? Maybe he does when it benefits him. Just something to think about. So finally we meet our favorite final girl. Well, mine anyways. Laurie Strode, played of course by the one and only Jamie Lee Curtis. So you have to wonder, did this whole Michael-Laurie saga start simply from this?
I wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
If so, holy talk about wrong fucking place in the wrong time. I need more wine. Okay, so through the day, Lori is stalked by Michael after he sees her leaving the key at his house and appears in multiple places throughout the day. He is looking at her through her school window. He is hiding behind a bush watching her and her friends. He is standing behind a white sheet in her backyard. He must have 20/20 vision. And even cruising past them in that hot-ass station wagon. Nothing turns a girl on than a sexy station wagon with a mental institution logo on it. So hot.
Hey, Linda.
Now we meet Lori's two best friends, Annie and Linda.
We did. 15 minutes. You totally never showed.
Totally.
Totally.
So while the girls get ready for their Halloween night out, which should consist of some babysitting and playing with boys, Dr. Loomis is giving the Haddonfield Sheriff, Sheriff Brackett, the rundown of Michael's history.
No conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death.
I have to admit, I absolutely adore this scene, and I think it's without a doubt the best dialogue and well-written scene, not just in Halloween, but the whole franchise history. The way he describes Michael is just really eerie and sinister.
Blackest eyes.
We as the audience are now starting to question, is it possible this human man really is the boogeyman? Is he as dangerous as his doctor is making him out to be, or is Dr. Loomis just really spooked and possibly overreacting? I think that scene does a great job of saying Michael really is pure evil, and these people are in real serious danger tonight. The rest of the movie is pretty much Mikey here stalking the three girls. If I'm not mistaken, the original movie was supposed to be The Babysitter Murderers. Not as catchy as Halloween, but then again, what do I know? So Michael first sets his sights on Annie, who is babysitting a little girl named Lindsay. But Annie can't get her mind out of the gutter and can't stop thinking about Paul. Oh, Paul. I find myself whistling this tune from time to time. So sad. So Annie decides to drop off Lindsay with good old Lori and Tommy Doyle, and while she picks up her boyfriend, Paul. Oh, heartthrob Paul. Meanwhile, Lori can handle two kids, Lindsay and Tommy. What's Haddonfield? What could possibly go wrong? Annie just should have called for an Uber because when she gets in the car, someone is in there waiting for her. Oh boy, those windows are really fogged up. What were you doing in the back seat, Michael? Anyway, Michael strangles her like she touched his radio preset buttons and then... What the hell did he do over there? Did he slit her throat? I'm not even sure. I have no idea. By the way, I didn't mention this before, but Michael kills the dog. That made me more upset than anything else in the film. Rocky, Michael kills the dog. Okay, so let's start to kind of wrap this review up because I got a bad feeling. You know, if you follow my Instagram, every time I'm about to have some fun, some horror movie character just comes out and just messes up my whole time. I'm too buzzed for that. With Annie dead, now it's Linda's turn to meet our favorite psych patient today. Totally.
Okay, first I rip your clothes off.
Don't rip my blouse. It's expensive, idiot.
Then you rip my clothes off. Then we rip Lindsay's clothes off.
Wait, what did he say? Play that back.
Then we rip Lindsay's clothes off.
Was that a movie mistake? Did he mean Annie and the actor just messed up? I don't know, is Bob a pedo? Ew. If so, Michael is actually saving children.
Totally.
Methinks Michael's kind of kinky. Guess he's into watching. So after these two gross teenagers fuck in some poor stranger's bed, Bob goes off to get Linda a beer.
Go get me a beer.
I thought you were gonna get me one.
Yeah. Bob is searching around the house, probably looking for kids or something, but instead, he interrupts Michael breathing heavy in a closet by himself.
Come on now.
Jeez, Michael is really all sexed up in this movie, isn't he? Michael then tags Bob to the wall like he's a post-it note. I love this kill, and for the time it was actually very creative, and the nod at the end just seals it. That was badass. Bob returns with that beer for Linda, but wait a minute. That can't be Bob because he is downstairs doing his best impression of a wall painting, so me thinks this be the Boogeyman.
Linda tries flirting with him, but oddly enough, it doesn't work on the psychopath who hasn't spoken for 15 years and has been killing since the age of 6.
Meanwhile, Lori starts getting worried because she hasn't heard from Annie, and she wants to know what time to put little Lindsay to bed, so she calls over to the Wallace's house. Ghost Michael starts choking the out of Linda, and I feel for her because I know what it feels like to be choked by Michael. It's not my cup of tea. Lori thinks Linda's just messing around, and Michael, in the meantime, is breathing like he's running a phone sex line. The showdown is pretty much set from here. Fate is about to take place. After some melatonin gummies, Lori knows the kids are down for the count, so she decides to head over to the Wallace's house to see why Annie and Linda are not answering her calls. I mean, just text them, Lori. Oh, wait, no, you can't do that either.
I immediately regret this decision.
Oh, she will.
This is actually a very effective and suspenseful scene because we as the audience know that Michael is in that house, but Lori unfortunately has no idea. As she searches the quiet, dark house, she finds Linda murdered on the bed, and the great mystery of who stole Judith's tombstone is finally solved. As Lori is stumbling out a door, Bob the pedo is just hanging around, and oh, there's Annie also. Annie's BF Paul is probably wondering, where is this little tease?
Michael is an artist with staging and timing of all this, propping up of bodies. Bravo, Boogeyman.
Poor Lori realizes she is in serious danger, and as she stumbles out and tries to gather her thoughts for a second, we see that pale mask that has become so iconic in the horror industry emerge from the shadows.
Michael steps to reintroduce himself, takes a stab at Lori and catches her right on the arm, which causes her to fall down the stairs. Now, that looked pretty painful. Glad it wasn't me. More wine for sure. What follows now is probably the most intense chase scene in any horror film, in my opinion. Then again, I think in any film overall. I just remember as a kid watching this and being in that situation, I would just hope and pray I would never ever be caught in that situation as Lori was. But then again, Michael tends to come out and follow me from time to time, so I kind of know how she feels. Lori wakes Tommy up from his ZQL slumber by throwing a potted plant at his window. And now, I get it, Tommy, you've been woken up in a groggy phase and plopping yourself down the stairs. But seriously, kid, hurry up. Put some pep in your step. Michael freaking Myers is out the door.
Tommy casually strolls downstairs and opens the door just in time before Michael can make Lori his latest victim. Once inside, Lori starts barking out orders for Tommy to lock himself and Lindsay upstairs while Tommy again starts screaming about the Boogeyman. Kids, do as I say! That never works on my daughter.
Lori goes to call for help. But I mean, come on, this is a horror movie. When do phones ever work in this genre?
Lori now realizes she made a huge mistake. Damn it, Lori, you left the damn window open! Do you want to pay the electricity bill? Oh, and she also unwittingly let Michael Myers into the house as well. Michael springs up from behind the couch and goes to stab Lori, but he's still a rookie at this point and misses. Lori shows true potential as a final girl and jabs a sewing needle right into his neck. However, being that this is also Lori's rookie season, she also makes some rookie mistakes. After she sees Michael is down, she, in a very dumb move, drops the knife and assumes he's dead.
But we all know the truth, don't we, Tommy Doyle?
You can't kill the Boogeyman.
Loomis wanders around outside like a lost grandfather and stumbles upon the car from Smith's Grove. He now at the very least knows Michael is nearby. I mean, I love Dr. Loomis, but rewatching this, I have to say, was pretty useless during the majority of this film. I mean, Michael drove right by him before.
scared.
There's nothing to be
Lori
scared of.
goes upstairs to find the children and tells them not to worry, that she killed him. But
Tommy, let this chick know one more time what's up, please.
You can't kill the boogeyman.
Michael makes his way up the stairs to their screams. The kids run into one room and Lori in another as she hides in a closet. The shape quickly locates her and breaks through the closet, going after his next kill. And what is his reward for this hard work?
Well, a hanger point to the eye and a butcher knife to the gut. Lori again drops the knife. Lori, stop it!
She sends the kids out to get help and they run off screaming like Paw Patrol was canceled or something. Luckily, Dr. Loomis hears them and they are able to tell him which house his patient is being a naughty, naughty boy in. Poor Lori's laying there thinking how one day Busta Rhymes is going to royally f*** up this series.
Trick or treat, mother.
And then Michael just sits up and stares at her. He starts flirting with her. Choking her, and she's able to rip his mask off for a split second.
Now, maybe it's the wine talking, and this is kind of creepy, but Michael actually looks kind of normal. Dare I say even handsome? How's a girl to know?
Dr. Loomis comes just in time and treats Michael like the rapper 50 Cent and shoots him like 6 f***ing times. The sixth shot takes him over the balcony and he falls to his death.
And what have we learned about the Boogeyman, class?
You can't kill the Boogeyman.
Right.
Lori is obviously traumatized by what has taken place this Halloween night and kind of ponders out loud.
What's the Boogeyman?
To which Dr. Loomis famously replies,
As a matter of fact, it was.
Of course, the movie famously ends with Dr. Loomis looking over the balcony to see that Michael has in fact gotten up and disappeared into the Halloween night. And cue that iconic score.
Okay, so that's pretty much my review. At the end of the review, what I like to do is pretty much analyze the good, the bad, and the horrible. Get it? We pick something that we liked, something that we didn't like, and then something that's just plain old horrible. Okay, so let's move on over to the couch, get comfortable, and finish this up. Follow me. Okay, so the good. It's pretty simple. It's a timeless masterpiece. We're talking about Michael Myers. He's one of the most legendary horror icons within this genre. And not only that, I believe the score is also one of the most famous and recognizable ones. Even if you don't like Halloween or you haven't seen the movie, guaranteed you're gonna recognize that score. So the bad, I really don't feel like there was anything bad on the film. That's just me personally, but if I wanted to nitpick, I would probably say maybe not enough budget for the film to add gore effects. That's the only thing I could see that's lacking, really. For example, the Annie scene. For the whole thing about slitting her neck, I believe, if they had just added a little bit more gore in there, I think it would have been beneficial to the actual movie. All right, guys, for the horrible. So, two reasons. One, I wouldn't dare. I love this movie so much. Second, I was actually terrified that Michael was going to come out of nowhere and just end it for me before completing my first review of High Heels and Butcher Knives. So thank you so much, guys, again for joining me. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please hit like and share it as well. That would really help me out a lot. And if anything, be safe, be well. If you really enjoyed this, please comment below and let me know if you want me to do any more reviews, okay? Thank you, guys. Be safe and well. Until then, bye.